Welcome to Nate's Carving Creations. Today we're going to be carving a wood spirit out of a block of butternut. Alright, so I know I've done several wood spirit videos, but I wanted to show you guys how I use some of my cut-saw burrs. Okay, the three main ones that I'm gonna use in this video are the Cut-Saw Extreme Dovetail burr, the Extreme Flame burr, and the Extreme Cylinder burr. So the first one I'm going to use is my cylinder burr because it is just an all-around handy burr, okay? And I'm going to use it to feather out around the nose, mouth, okay? So with that said, let's get to it. So I did a rough sand on what I just feathered. So I'm gonna ink in the mouth. I'll probably make it bigger than that, but we'll see. And the eyes. Oh shoot. About right there. I'm gonna color that one in. And now, just to make it a different color, I'm gonna pencil in some eyebrows. Okay. Try to get them even. And here we go. Next up is my Extreme Dovetail burr. So let's cut in the eyes and mouth first. Okay, and now we feathered out the corner of the block of wood up here and down here. Now we're going to work on the curvature of the nose, okay? So to do that, I'm just going to take the slant of my dovetail burr and just work the nose, okay? And now we got our roughed out, roughly shaped nose. So I'm going to switch back to my cylinder burr, and we're going to lower the mustache below the nose. Okay, so hang on. Alright, so now that we have a definitive start point for the mustache on both sides and the end of the nose on both sides, for the moment, we're done with the mustache, okay? Now, I'm going to keep the cylinder burr, and we're going to end up having to deepen these eyes, but that's okay, because next we're going to carve in the eyebrows, okay? Just a simple cut and feather above, cut and feather below, and then we'll see where we're at with the eyes then, okay? So I'm going to do this in a short time lapse, and so, all right, enjoy. Okay, so, just real quick, guys, I'm at 85 subscribers, and it's just, this channel is exploding right now. I'm so pumped up, okay? So, y'all are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep the content coming, okay? So, 85 subscribers. That's 15 away from my 100 subscriber goal by the end of July, okay? And we're not even in March yet, okay? So, yeah, this is an awesome feeling. So, thank you. Now, let's get back to carving. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feather all this up here above the nose. I like the nose to be one of the most noticeable features on my wood spirits, okay? Or anything that has a nose, whether it's a goblin or a gnome, a wood spirit, okay? So, I was actually told by an artist that I know not to worry about detailing, adding a whole bunch of details to a face, because then it could hit overload and either overwhelm you or just not turn out very well. So, with that said, I've chosen my noses as my dominant features, okay? Well, yeah, we're gonna mess with the eyebrows more, but we'll get to that after a while. So the burr that I'm going to use to feather all this away is my Extreme Flame burr. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit in real time and then time lapse the bulk of it. Okay, so here we go. So now I'm going to go on and cut in the eyes. I got the eye sockets here, so let's put the eyes in. And while I got my dovetail burr on, I'm gonna work on the eyebrows just a little bit. I'm gonna lower them and shape them, okay? So okay, now I'm going to attempt to put at least a slight curve on the top of the forehead here. So I'm going to do this in time lapse because I've already showed you guys how I use my dovetail burr, both parts of the burr, the slant and the flat part. So let's do it. Okay, so now that we got the eyes in and all the main features of the carving, it's time to switch to my cutting wheel, and we're going to cut in the base hairs, okay? And while I'm at it, I'm just going to go on and do the head hairs back here on the back and get them all cut in, okay? And I'm going to do this in a time lapse as well, so enjoy. Okay, so now this is only how I cut my hairs. Okay, I know It's I know it's not the prettiest thing to watch, but hey, if it works, it works. If I'm happy with the end result, then that's all that matters, okay? So now, as always, I'm gonna use my Dremel ball bit and clean these cuts up. So y'all have seen me do it many times already, so this will be a time lapse as well, okay? Okay, now you guys might be wondering why I go through all that just to put in some hairs. Well, the reason behind the cutting wheel, cleaning up the burns on the wood from it, and all that is, see how clean? See how smooth the inside of these cuts are? Not only does the cutting wheel just simply burn it smooth, but that cleaner burr that I use, that Dremel burr that I use to clean them up, smooths them out even more. Now, again, that method is just the way that works for me. Okay? So now I'm gonna, oh, also, when I clean them, it gives me extra depth. So now I can feather some of these hairs on the back down to avoid, hopefully avoid at least most of the chance of it chipping and breaking off. I'm not going to feather it away. I'm just going to feather it down to where it's just noticeable. Okay? And to do that, I'm going to use my Kutzall Extreme Taper Burr. I'm also going to work on rounding off this corner a little bit. So yeah, that'll take out a few hairs, but I'm not going to get too deep with it. So, with that said, let's get to it. So now we're gonna sand it, and then I'm gonna have to go get ready for work. So let's get to it. This will be done in time lapse as well. So here we go. So, there's the finished product from today's carve. And now, for my next carving video, you guys get to choose what I carve. Just comment what you want me to carve. An angel, a wood spirit, female wood spirit, a gnome. So, but until next time, keep on carving.